Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Matthew, a physical therapist, and yes, I am your alternative career coach for today. Today, we're going to be talking about from waiting tables to being the director of clinical operations at the Carefirst Rehab. All right, we'll be back.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.
Hello, my Facebook friends. We are back here. We're here right now in our physical therapy clinic. Let me just show you real quick. We are here at Rehab Physical Therapy. Look at that TV there. We got Patrice Hassan, doing her exercises. Let me take off this camera. We are here in our clinic. Hey guys, if you can hear me, type in. You can hear me. Type. If not, type in. You can hear us. Hey, see, my wife's going out there, coming out that room there. All right, let's go back. Let's go back live. We are live here in our Jerry Have Physical Therapy Clinic. Again, if you're live, type in live. Replay, type in replay. Well, anyway, today we have a special guest. Our guest for today is actually, her name is Andy. She's from the Philippines. What's up, Andy? She is actually before I introduce her, she did her undergrad in the Philippines at University of the Philippines in Diliman. Diliman, UP. Yeah, UP. We call that University of the Philippines in Diliman. All right, very smart people from the 2010 to 2014. Hey, if you're from UP, type in UP, right? And then she also finished a diploma in commercial cooking and culinary arts. Gosh, she knows how to cook. She knows how to. And then she went here in the U.S. for internship. Oh, guys, my eyes are burning. Went here in the U.S. for internship, and then she also finished her grad school, her MBA, 2016 to 2019. Oh, somebody's commenting there. Thank you. Well, whoever you are, Facebook user, you're such a user. And I'm not from UP. There you go. All right. Well, anyway, and then she finished her grad school. We're going to ask her what she is doing now or after that grad school. Now she is working at Carefirst Rehab, and she is the director of admin and business operations. Okay, director of clinical operations, and she deals with the clinical aspect of the business. So, all right, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in. Oh, where's she at? Where's that? Where did that go? Bring in Andy. Where's she at? There she is. What is
Hi,
up,
welcome.
Andy?
Thank you for having me, Dr.
How's everything?
Mike.
How's everything? Oh, I guess that's
Everything's
the
good.
bot says
Everything's
that's
good.
Russell. He said,
Hi,
"There you go."
Russell.
I can't see you, Russell.
You have a nice clinic,
But
by the way,
yeah,
Dr. Mike.
Andy. Well, thank you. I can't hear you. There you go. All right. So yeah, Andy. So where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Quezon City in Philippines, Metro
Wow.
Manila.
And
Yeah.
then what brought you here? You mentioned that internship and everything like that. You look
Yeah,
so
basically
young.
I just I just kept grabbing the opportunity in the Philippines after I graduated. Culinary arts was a big deal. I feel like honestly, my mom just wanted me to learn how to cook and be a little bit more independent. So after I graduated, she asked me if I would like to get a 1 year diploma course in culinary arts. And then after that, there's an opportunity to come here in the US to do an internship, a 1 year internship. And I I started my internship in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, at Galt House Hotel. So right now I'm Indiana, but really it's just about 20 minutes drive to Louisville, Kentucky. We're like right by the border.
Wow, it's
So
amazing.
yeah, that's how I started with the culinary background. And then after that,
Mm.
I just like it here in the US so far. So I decided I wanted to learn more, and then I decided I want to have my own restaurant. But I'm thinking personally, if I want my own restaurant, I want to learn more about like the whole operations. And so I decided that I want to start waiting tables and become a server. And then there's this local Japanese restaurant here in the area. One day, Russell, Amy, and their whole family, they went there on a Sunday lunch, and I served for them. And they told me that there's actually an opening in their clinic, and they're trying to hire for more office staff, more support staff. So I then applied. And then I was super busy that time. Like every day I have a lot of jobs, side jobs that I'm doing. So Russell said, "Hey, I'm actually going to Chicago. I'm traveling to Chicago this weekend. Do you wanna go and meet with me there to do the interview?" I told my parents about it, and they were worried because they're like, "Who is Russell, and why is he wanting you to meet in Chicago in a hotel?" Like so weird. But yeah, they trusted him because they saw that um on Facebook, they search for Russell, and it says that he studied in University of Santo Tomas, UST, which is a pretty well-known school in the Philippines also. So they're like, "Okay, I feel like this guy is trustworthy. You should go to that interview."
Wow. Well, I guess I can't be trusted. I didn't even graduated in UST or
No.
UP, so just kidding. All right. So, and then after that, the rest is history, right?
Yes. After that, I loved working in here. People are great. Everyone is super nice, super friendly, super supportive. So I just stuck here. And Russell is an amazing boss. So I just stuck here. That was back in 2017. And this year is my fifth year working in here already.
Amazing. Who wouldn't want to work with Russell Porras, right? He's just an amazing person, right?
Yeah, yes,
Very
exactly.
supportive guy. He just takes care of people all over, right?
Exactly. It's like he learns everything. He knows everything.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Anyway, I've been getting a lot of business referrals from him too. So he's just a great guy. And I asked him, hey, I want to interview you again. He said, well, just interview Andy. So, well, anyway, so what do you mainly do now in Carefirst Rehab? And could you please tell us what Carefirst Rehab is? What kind of services you guys provide? Do you provide home health, outpatient? Can you please tell us more about Carefirst?
Yeah, of course. So Carefirst really is a system right now, and it's built off of a lot of business entities. So we have Carefirst Rehab Home Health, Carefirst Rehab Physical Therapies Outpatient, which is our outpatient wing, Carefirst Home Caregivers, and Carefirst Hospice, which we just started, and it's been doing great so far. So I am working on the Carefirst Rehab Home Health side. So we focus more on the skilled side of home health. So skilled nursing, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, home health aid. That's what we offer, especially in this sort of climate that we're at right now and this pandemic. A lot of people, they go to the hospital, and then after going to the hospital, some relatives, they kind of are scared to like leave their loved ones to say a rehab facility and all that. that's how we come in sometimes. We see their patients in the comfort of their home, and we are actually more like a supplementary service or a complementary service to a doctor's clinic. We can definitely support the needs of the patient through providing care in the comfort of their home. So we send out skilled nursing as long as it's still supervised by the ordering physician, which is their primary care physician. As long as it's supervised by them, then we can definitely see the patient, and as long as they're homebound.
Yeah, yeah. So that's amazing. You got home health, and then you got the hospice part, you
Mm-hmm.
got the outpatient part, and gosh, I mean, Russell
Mm-hmm.
just got it all
Yeah.
in. So what state are you guys in again? Indiana?
I'm sorry. Say that
What
again.
state are you guys in again?
Indiana. And then I think the reason why we kept on expanding our system is because of our passion and our want to really care for our patient. Because sometimes whenever a patient graduated from being homebound and we still want to continue caring for the patient, that's when we want to care for them in our outpatient facility. And then other times when there's this inevitable time in our lives when comfort care is really needed, but still we want the passionate sort of care, sort of service, then we can refer them to our hospice team, which we know gives
Wow,
quality
that's
care as
amazing.
well. So yeah.
Wow, that is so good. Beat that, right? So good. So from home health, and then you got hospice, you got the outpatient. Oh gosh, you can't. And I recently saw that you're opening up. Or you have that aquatic therapy thing too, right? When you open up your
Mm-hmm.
outpatient.
Correct. I think they just had their ribbon cutting like a week or 2 weeks ago, and they we just want to be continually innovative. And our director of outpatient services, Steve Lee, he's definitely a great person, super creative and super resourceful, and he definitely identified and saw this need that here in Indiana, not a lot of providers are offering aquatic therapy right now, and people need this sort of creativity in terms of trying to motivate their patients, in terms of trying to make them better. So
That's so true. That's so true. And then Andy, so you're in the home health part, right? So how many staff
mhm.
all in all do you have in that home health, or I mean, how many offices do you have too?
We're very fluid. So in the support staff in the side of the office, I think right now we have four people that are non-clinical in the office, and then two that are, or actually three that are clinical. Clinical support in the office is also very important because there's actually a lot of paperwork um, that is needed and required in terms of trying to see the patient, making sure we're giving them the best patient care as much as we can. So it requires heavy auditing. I'm sure you know this, Dr. Mike, but a lot of ADRs from insurance companies, we need to constantly be on our toes and to medical reviews and make sure our processes are very efficient, and we're giving them the quality care that they are needing. So right now we have two nurses, the director of clinical nursing, which is an RN, an LPN, so it's two, and then a PT that is actually supervising our PT home health staff. And then we have four people on top of that that are non-clinical. Two of them is marketing, and they go out and see patients. Oh, not see patients, I'm sorry. They go out and market. and also organize different events regularly, like every week. And then so two and then one person that deals with insurance authorization, and then I supervise everyone and then try to help out as much as I can.
There you go. You're amazing, right? So, the marketing people, what else do they do? Do they just go out and then market and do small
Yeah,
events and stuff like that?
yeah, a lot of things um are actually tasks under the marketing side of the business. So more like identifying the needs, our strengths as a company, and then marketing that and introducing that to all our referral sources. In the community, we just want to make sure that there's brand awareness going on, that everyone, if they see our logo, they familiarize themselves that we're care first, and they tie that up to quality care. And then so improving brand awareness and also maintaining and increasing our census. So they also visit assisted living facilities, hospitals, case managers, social workers, and just kind of try to check up on them and making sure everything's okay, and still introducing our services to them, because yeah, every now and then we just keep expanding our product line, our services. So it's very important that we're constantly being seen.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, so from I just can't. I mean, I'm just amazed at what Russell has done and has evolved in this company. You know, the structure, the goals, the visions that he has is just
Correct.
amazing. So, but going back to you, you know, so from waiting tables to being the director of clinical. So, what can you advise? You know, what can you share to those people who are having difficulty finding, jobs, finding difficulty moving on from their lives? There are a lot of people who are discouraged right now, especially in this pandemic. What can you say about those people who are being discouraged right now?
Yeah, first, I'd like to acknowledge that I guess not all of us are presented this opportunity, so luck also comes with it. But also, I guess if you just really keep grabbing opportunity and just try to keep saying yes to everything, and yeah, because we have to start somewhere. So eventually, if you keep grabbing on that opportunity, eventually you're gonna get to where you wanna get someday. So like for me, it is, I would say it is sheer luck that I was working waiting tables that Sunday, and I met Russell and Miss Amy, and they have presented me with this opportunity to work for them. So I just grabbed it without even thinking twice or three times about it. I just grabbed it. So it's very, just for me, it's very important to kind of make sure you're identifying opportunities, and you have to keep acting towards it. Action is definitely important.
Perfect, perfect. Well, thank you very much. There are two things. I don't know if you're still watching live, comment live, watching the replay, comment replay. Thank you very much, Tita Aida. Hello, kay Boss Joel. Well, anyway, there's two or three things that Andy said here. So first, she said, keep on grabbing those opportunities. Okay, there are a lot of opportunities out there in our group here. We got like I think 37, 38,000 members now in our group, in the alternative healthcare crew group. You're just like, I don't know what to do. Well, there are so much opportunities out there. Number two that Andy, what Andy was talking about here is that grow where you are planted. Okay, grow where you're planted. I bet Russell didn't see, I bet Russell saw the potential on Andy when she was waiting on tables. Whether you're waiting table right now, whether you're cleaning bathroom, I'm cleaning bathroom. I mean, we just clean the bathroom. bathroom here in the clinic, whether you're cleaning the bathroom, whether you're waiting tables, whether you're being a therapist right now, you got to do your best. Okay, grow where you're planted. Grow where you're planted. You just can't say, okay, I'm gonna do a good job when I get promoted as a manager. No, you know, do better, be better wherever you're at. Whether you're a PT or a PTA, whether you're working in a nursing home right now or having difficulty in that situation, be the best in that current situation because people will see and notice that you're doing a good job. Okay. And that's what probably Andy did. She was doing a great job, an amazing job, waiting tables. And Russell, the boss, shout out to Russell, saw that talent in her. And like what I said, grow where you're planted, wherever God puts you, whatever that seed is, you're like a seed. God will put you in that soil. All right. And then there's a plant here, right over here. Oops. There's a plant here. There's the soil, right? And then that soil that's being pushed down, that's actually the pressures in life. You know what a soil is? You know what the fertilizers? There's a manure. That's manure, right? Is manure good? Technically, no, right? But those are the challenges in life. You will encounter a lot of challenges, but guess what? It's gonna keep pushing you. But if you keep watering this plant, well, this plant is almost dead. But you know what I mean? If you keep watering this plant, put sunshine on it, and just keep pushing back better. All right. There's a comment here from another I can't see it yet. So Andy has no healthcare background but now runs a home health agency taking care of 140 patients every day. That's attitude. I don't know who is this. It says Facebook user. I bet that's one of Andy's maybe it's Russell. I don't know. I can't see it yet. uh but here's the thing. It's the attitude. The boss, Russell, saw that attitude in her. You know what? Your attitude determines your altitude in life. Whatever your attitude right now, ladies and gentlemen, in your current situation, if you're complaining, when you complain, you remain in that situation. When you complain, you remain. If you're working in a nursing home right now, in a crappy home health agency or in a crappy nursing home, when you're complaining, you're going to remain in that situation. Worse, you're going to get fired. But if you bless, guess what? You're going to be raised up. You bless, you do the best that you can be, and everything will follow. And that's what Andy probably did. Am I correct, Andy? I hope that's what you did. So.
The other the other thing I feel like is it comes down to the culture that the boss of companies are initiating or are starting in the business. You talked about the soil, and that's culture is like the foundation of a company. I feel like now Russell and Amy, they came from they have a clinical background and they came from home health agencies. They had experience seeing patients in their in homes also, so they understand and they identify to the patients. They understand what is the need. So it's important to look for those challenges, those gaps in the industry and the bottleneck in order to succeed. And that also can be applied towards life. If you keep looking at the challenges and like what you said, just think of it as a just as a hurdle, an obstacle, and not just just give up, then you'll get to where you want to get there someday. You'll get to where you want to go someday. And as long as you set goals and make sure it's in alignment to your processes, both in your life and at work, then you'll be able to be successful in what you do, and your company would be able to be successful in what they do. So just make sure that you're setting goals and making your processes and your systems in alignment towards your goals. Then you'll be able to identify your problems or your challenges in life easier, and you'll be able to be in control of your life and your work. So
I love that. I love that. I love that word that she mentioned, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you're watching live, comment live. Watching on the replay, comment replay. All right. I like the words that she said. She said goals. You cannot shoot a ball, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot shoot a basketball if you don't have a goal, right? Same thing in life. If you want to find your alternative career, if you want to find your the next level in your life, in your practice, in your private practice, or in your career, you got to have goals. GOALS, goals. Okay. And then when you're writing goals, be like a therapist. Us therapists, we write goals for our patient. No, the patient cannot just come in here and say, okay, this is your goal. No, we have to write it. We have to do an evaluation, right? Evaluate your life too, ladies and gentlemen. Evaluate yourself. There's a thing called self-evaluation. You evaluate. That's what Andy said. You gotta evaluate. You gotta put goals. You gotta write things down, ladies and gentlemen. You have to have SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Got to be specific, all right? Andy Hornung will be better. That's specific, right? Measurable. It needs to be better. It needs to be measurable. What kind of better? I'll be, getting stronger in my strength, 3/5 or 5/5 on my strength, right? It needs to be attainable. Imagine if I tell myself, okay, the Michael Chua will improve his strength and to be able to lift a 1 ton, one 100,000 pound car. I mean, that's not attainable, right? And it's not even realistic. It needs to be attainable. It needs to be realistic. And of course, it needs to be time bound. You got to put a time in place. You got to put a schedule in your goals. Now, if you hit it, that's good. If not, that's also fine. It's the thing of it is that it's not about the it's not about the destination. It's also the journey. You're learning along the way. In therapy, that's how we do in therapy. We're learning along the way. We're learning about the patient. We're learning about ourselves. That's what Andy is saying here. You just have to keep pushing forward and put a goal in mind, right, Andy?
That's right. Yeah, goals are very important. And like what you said, it doesn't have to be like a one-all fit all goal. It can be adjusted based on your progress or based on the processes that you are already doing towards it. It's just important to know that you have a goal in mind and that's your vision and that's where you want to go and you're moving. So just keep moving and make sure you're not expecting that the path or the journey is going to be linear because it will not. But the more important thing is you're always just a day closer to your goal. So
Mhm. So good. That's so good. Thank you very much, Andy. I know you're a very busy woman. So, where were we? Can you hear the music? All right. So, like what she said also the vision, and you keep moving forward. Okay, it's very important to keep moving forward. Just like riding a bicycle. When you stop riding the bicycle, what happens to the bicycle? You're falling. Well, not unless you have training wheels, but you know what I mean. You gotta keep moving forward because when you keep moving forward, well, guess what? You're gonna be closer to your goal. Again, thank you very much, Andy. I appreciate you. And Andy, any last parting wisdom? And where
thank
can we
you.
find you? What website can we find the Care First and everything like that?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me, Dr. Mike. Yeah, any last words of wisdom? I guess I'm reading this book by James Clear right now. It's called Atomic Habits. Habits are very important. Make sure you're trying to invest in good habits and productivity compounds. So that's my last word. And then you can find Carefirst Rehab. We have a website, www.carefirstrehab.com, and it basically lays out everything that we do comprehensively. We also have a Facebook. Please like us on Facebook, and we do have an Instagram. We also have Carefirst Physical Therapy's Facebook and Instagram. And from time to time, our director of outpatient services, Steve Lee, is live there and he likes to tour us around virtually with our newer clinics here in Southern Indiana. So make sure to follow and like us. Thank you, Dr. Mike.
Wow, amazing. Again, thank you very much, Andy. Appreciate you. Janice Pat Lindsay said, thank you. Oh, hello, Miss Janice. Appreciate you. Well, anyway, before I let you go, ladies and gentlemen, always always remember the word fast. Okay, letter F. Find friends that will bring out the best in you because you are the average of the five people you hang out with. Why do you think I reach out to Russell or Andy or whoever, the people that we interview in our show? Because I want to be like them too. Because you are the average of the five people you hang out with. So whoever you're hanging out with, that's going to be you. Today, when I did the group exercise here, I had this amazing group of people that comes in here in our group exercise. My wife, Marie, just some pictures of our exercise program this morning. You are the average. So whoever you hang out with, that's going to be you. You got to be intentional. You just can't be a wandering generality. You can't be just like a zombie, right? Because what is zombie or girl? Like they're hanging out with zombies, right? You can't be a zombie. In our profession, some of us we're zombies. In the therapy here in our alternative career group, some of us are zombies. We're just going in and out of our job, getting out, walking like zombies. You got to be intentional. You got to find those people that will bring out the best in you. We have that group, the weekly meetup. We do weekly meetup. We just started this Monday. Weekly meetup. Rehab. Whoever wants to start the geriatric practice, come and join that. All right. Next letter on the word fast is letter A. You gotta learn how to take action. It doesn't do me good. It's not. It doesn't even do Andy good if you don't take action. You take action one day at a time, one step at a time. Facebook friends or YouTube or podcast, wherever you're listening right now. That's what Andy did. She took action. From waiting tables, she took that opportunity. And like what we talked about earlier, she took action by planting her seed, in being amazing in that current situation. That situation may suck right now, but be the best in that situation, and your future boss, your future patient, your future client will eventually see you. When I'm trying to treat a patient, I just give my best, take care of them, plant the seed there, and if they come back, boom, that's good. If they don't, it's their loss, right? If they don't, it's okay. But I planted that seed, right? Okay, next letter is letter S. Is share and subscribe. The more shares, the better. Share and subscribe on Andy's Carefirst Rehab website, YouTube channel, or Instagram. I don't know how to do that. So, but share and subscribe. The more shares, the better. Because sharing is caring, right? And last but not the least is T. Is teach it. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, you're actually understanding it more. And that's what Andy did to us today. She taught us how to be amazing. She taught us how to, from waiting tables to becoming the director of the clinical of operations or whatever you call that there in their home health AC and care first rehab. Again, thank you very much, my Facebook friends. Thank you very much, Andy. I appreciate you.
Thank you,
Again,
Dr.
give my regards to
Mike.
the bosses there. All right. Again, we'll see you
I
around,
will
my
definitely
Facebook
will.
friends. Be awesome, be great, be excellent, and we'll see you around. Bye.